Hello, loves. You're catching me outside on a Thursday night, and I just wanted to kind of show you guys what our plans are for our outside garden. Front porch, we've got seven. We've got 7 of these little garden bags, and last year we had all of our mini tomatoes, our super sweet tomatoes, and we had some yellow little micro tomatoes. We just grew a plethora of mini tomatoes for like caprese salads inside and all that fun stuff, and ended up giving some to neighbors and friends and everything, and we still had tomatoes left over. So it 7 pots was too much, but it was still a it was our introduction to gardening. And we've in this, how many years have we lived here? 6, 7. In the 7 years that we've lived in this house, this is our very first house that we have together. So in the 7 years that we've lived in this house, we've never had a garden or anything outside. And I want to get into food preservation and canning and outdoor gardening and all that fun stuff. So this really is going to be 2026 is going to be the year of change, and for us all, and especially for Lynn and I. And we really just wanted to kind of show you guys before we get everything set up in the backyard, kind of what our space is that we're working with. That way, if you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys have any ideas, or hey, XYZ would work better than what we've got planned, we would love to hear your ideas. So we actually had, we paid for a team to come in a few days ago, and this is our backyard that I'm standing, and they were able to clear up our tree line. And we've got we told them to go ahead and please leave the sticks and everything that we've got right here. And my brother has put a pile back against the fence line there as well. But we had a huge, it was the tallest tree in the neighborhood, but it was right here, but it went, I mean, it was tall, and it started to sway in, as Lynn just emulated here. It started to lean in towards the house, and it became a huge fear for us. So we've got a small little patio that needs to be power washed off and everything like that. But we've got a small patio here and kind of a privacy fence that we built up with some trees that we were able to relocate when we first moved here. We've got some boxwoods and all that stuff over here up against the house and everything. But we're thinking for the backyard, we still want this to maintain and be mowable and everything. But where Lynn is standing right now, let me get around the yard here. Where Lynn is standing right now, we have purchased from Home Depot a 9-foot long, 17-inch high garden trough, or like a raised garden bed, basically. And where that dark line is right there, we're thinking of placing that 9-foot long raised garden bed right there. And then we're going to be getting from one of Lynn's co-workers another 6 to 8 foot long garden trough that we're thinking about. If we've got the 9-foot here, if we place the 6 to 8 foot here where Lynn is at to go perpendicular to form an L, we can still mow in between the two, and we can still mow up to weed eat and all that stuff around it. But we don't want to get too close to property lines either way. I still want to be respectful of distances and everything. But we're trying to get our backyard cleaned up, and all of this extra tree limbs and greenery and all that stuff, we can use that as buildup material for the bottom of the
A filler.
A filler, thank you, for the bottom of the garden beds and everything. But so we've got the 9 foot here. We're going to have the 6 to 8 footer here. We're thinking because the way it's going to come over, it's actually going to come over our house east to west as the sun moves.
So for our yard, right to left.
So our yard is from right to left. So we're going to have the sun basically on these beds 24/7. One of these beds we are thinking about, and I've got a map inside that I'm working on drawing up right now, that I'm going to show you guys here in just a few minutes. That we've got 2 round 17-inch high, I think by like 3 foot diameter. We've got 2 round raised beds that we're also going to plant out here, but those can be flexible and put anywhere. But is putting these beds in the shape of an L, is that smart thinking? Is that we're just trying to think on where the sun is going to rise and set at? Is this, I don't know. I've never gardened before, and I'm at a loss. Just break that tree. She just broke that tree.
It was hanging.
I can't take her anywhere. But does that seem like, should garden beds be parallel to where the sun rises and sets at? Should they be perpendicular to it? I don't know. I'm at a loss, guys.
One of the things I was going to say to take in consideration on what we're doing is one of those, I'm assuming the 9 foot is going to have a trellis along the back.
Yes.
So we need to figure out how to place it to where that trellis doesn't block sunlight for half the day.
My thought was, if we have the 9 footer here, if we put the trellis on the left side, it won't block the bed then that's going right here.
It won't block for the first half of the day. I'm worried about the second half when the sun starts to set. If it then will go, because it'll set on the other side of the trellis. I don't know. We're new at this. And so I'm confused.
Thoughts. Well, let's go inside and let me show you my schematic here and what I was thinking of. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm intrigued by you guys' thoughts, because we're first-year gardeners. I know we're going to make mistakes. I know we're going to make some errors, and we're probably going to end up switching things around next year. Maybe not. Maybe we'll have good luck. And okay, enough babbling. Let's go inside and let me show you what I'm working with. Hello, loves. I'm back. I made it inside finally. And I wanted to show you guys the schematic that Lynn and I have put together. Very rudimentary, very, it's going to change probably. But we've already flipped which of the grow beds are going to go where, moving the 9 foot to where the 6 foot was, 6 foot to where the 9 foot was, just because of where we're going to put up that trellis. But let me go ahead and show you my drawing. Okay, this is our backyard as it stands right now. We're going to move the 9 foot long parallel. This is how our backyard sits right now. Our house is right here. So we're going to have the 9 foot long, nothing's to scale, ha ha ha. We're going to have the 9 foot long bed right here with the trellis. And in this 9 foot long bed, we're thinking of planting tomatoes, cucumbers, and zucchini. All 3 of these can utilize both the overflowing and going outside the bed, as well as the trellis system here. Next to the 9 foot long bed, we're also going to plant in those grow bags that I showed you at the very start of the video. We're going to plant jalapenos with a tomato cage and super sweet mini tomatoes as well. In the 6 foot long bed that's going to run perpendicular to the house, we're going to plant, we're going to use this as our greens bed. We're going to plant some basil, some lettuces, and some kale. I'm not sure if we've got spinach or not. Might throw that in there too. But our turtle, whose name is Basil, he loves his fresh lettuces and everything like that. So anything that we grow in this bed will be turtle forward, basically. So he'll be able to eat it, but the basil will be for us as well. And then we're going to do a grow cage full of tomatillos for one of our friends. He was wanting some tomatillos and some jalapenos as well. Our 2 3-foot rounds, I think they're 17 inches tall. We're at least planning on one of them. I bought a 2-pack. But if we plant one of the decorative pumpkins that we're wanting to do, or at least half and half, into one of these 3-foot rounds, they can overflow and spill out into the yard and grow and vine and work their magic and everything. So we at least want one 3-foot round to be decorative pumpkins. But the other 3-foot round, we were initially thinking kale and lettuces and have this be the turtle lettuce greenery container. But then if we don't set this one up, we can move everything over to the 6-foot long. So we're thinking about nixing this one right now. And just having this be our first year garden. So we've already been doing some research here and trying to figure out when we need to start our starts inside the garage with heat mats and lights and the whole 9 yards, and then when they need to move outdoors by. So we're trying to. We've got some extra seeds like Swiss chard, some summer squash. I think we've got honey nut squash, some honeydew, some cantaloupes, things like that. I'm not sure if they do well in our area, but they may not. I don't know. But we've acquired seeds for them, and who knows? Who knows if we'll plant them or if we'll save them for next year. But wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what we're aiming for. And again, if you guys have any thoughts, any insight, any brilliant gardening ideas, we would love to hear you out. Love to adapt what you have found that works or doesn't work, and kind of plot along and get our 2026 gardening adventure off on a great start. So I'm very new at this, and I know I'm going to make mistakes, as I said earlier. I don't want to make mistakes so great as to jeopardize the integrity of my garden. I don't want to do that, but I know small little hiccups are bound to happen. So please, if you're not following me already, please consider liking and subscribing in the whole 9 yards, and watch this gardening adventure take off like a herd of wild turtles. So with that, I'll leave you guys, and I look forward to talking with you guys soon. Hugs and loves.